reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about 5 major reasons why spell casting fails. This is a topic that is very interesting, and it's something that I have had experience about in the issues of spell casting. When people do spells for different outcomes, it can be spell for manifestation, can be baneful spells, spells of retribution, or spells for changing situations. People do all this in life to make their life more better, or to improve their chances of success in life, or getting value in life. We do this every day. Everybody is a spell caster. It's not only in African spirituality that you say people cast spells. I tell people this every day. Spell casting is when you try to do something to influence people or to influence the universe to get a particular outcome or situation. Okay? People cast spells every day. This is nothing new. When a lady goes to the supermarket or shop to buy perfumes and makeup, cosmetics, to look beautiful, to do her hair, to do her nails, to rub pancake, to do eyelashes, weave-on, extension, buy latest designer clothes, what is this person trying to do? She's trying to look beautiful, more beautiful than she is apparently, to add more value to her beauty, to attract people towards her, to make people like her, love her, to get what she wants in life. This is spell casting. The woman is casting spell, whether you like it or not. Women do this every day. When a man goes to out of his way to buy a very expensive car, a Lamborghini, Ferrari, to do things to impress people, to let people look at him, to say this man is a wealthy man, respectable man, people to trip. This man is casting spell, whether you like it or not. When you do things to influence people unduly, any activity you do, whether you pray in church to get promotion, to get a wife, to get a husband, to get rich, that prayer is spell casting. Okay? Whether you are a Christian, you are a Hindu, in fact, what is the essence of religion and spirituality? Is it not to live a better life, to get more understanding, to get more power, knowledge, more physical substances? All these are spell casting. So don't look at it as a evil topic that you say all about African spirituality is all about casting spell. Don't be a prude about this subject. Everybody does this. Everybody casts spells. Okay? It's nothing new. It's just a matter of, are you conscious of what you are doing, or you don't know what you are doing? Now, in African spirituality, people are pretty much conscious, because we teach people to be conscious, to be awake. So we know what we are doing here. So spell casting is normal. Okay? Go and, for somebody asking what is a spell, go and use Google to find what is a spell. We have moved way beyond that now. Now I want to talk about reasons why spell casting fails. Now we come to the essence of a topic of black magic. What they say, not exactly black people magic, I mean like baneful spells. Now, everybody have enemies in the world, quite right? We have enemies. There are people we don't like, people that we like. I'll give a popular example. Let me start with Nigeria, like the president Bola Tinubu Ahmed of Nigeria. Many people hate him. Okay? Many people hate him. Even me, I don't really like the guy. Somebody like Donald Trump too. I will assume that many people hate him in America, especially the Latin America, people that he's trying to deport. A lot of Latinos hate him. A lot of Mexicans hate him. Now Venezuelans are hating on him. A lot of people don't like him, right? But he's there as the president. Now, don't you think that people have been praying for him to die? We pray for our enemies to die. How I wish this person can just drop dead. This world would be a wonderful place. People pray for their enemies to die. We this guy is so bad, he's causing hardship in the country, making difficulty, making life hard for us, or chasing people up and down, not giving us. Why don't he just die? People pray this kind of prayers. Just drop dead. Just buy. Now, see the thing here. People pray this kind of prayers every day. Their enemies do not really die. When Osama was still alive, I'm sure many people prayed for him to die. He didn't actually die until some people went there to go and take him out physically. One thing I have come to realize, people that have much material wealth, more material capacity, that are millionaires, billionaires in the world, people that are connected to the factors of production, that have large human resources, capital resources in the physical world. When people do spells against this kind of people, it's really hard to bring them down. It's very, very hard to bring them down. I'm sure there's a lot of so-called spiritualists in the Latino America, Pablo Mayumbi, people that practice Zarabanda, Queen Banda. We have a lot of native doctors, a lot of spiritual people that do spells. Yes, they do spells for people. It works, but a public figure, it's difficult. Why can't they do the same spell that you use to drop your neighbor or your brother, your sister, or to drop somebody in a community to make them sick? Doing the same spell to drop somebody like a public figure, a president, somebody that is a billionaire, it doesn't work on them. How come this doesn't work on them? This is a question that I have put out to many so-called Western black magicians, many hardcore spiritualists. When we talk about doing spells, they know how to do spells, but when you talk about public figure, okay, this person is a governor. Can you do something so that it can be admitted and things will change, to change the government? It doesn't work. How come? Why? This is many things that this is something that a lot of spiritual people will not tell you. They'll say, well, it's spiritually protected. Okay, how is it spiritually protected? They will not explain it to you. Many people will not talk about this topic I'm talking about. Many spiritualists will never go there. They will tell you that they have to do spell to hit anybody in the world, to drop anybody in the world. If this is so, there's a lot of spiritual people, a lot of Luciferian, Satanists, and Antichrist people in America that hates Putin. There's a lot of these spiritual practitioners, dark magicians in Ukraine, in Britain, in Germany, in all the NATO countries. Why don't they do spell to take out Putin, President Putin? Probably they have done those things, but Putin is still there. You think this does not happen? It happens. So what is the thing that is protecting these people? This is what I want to talk about today. Why is it that it's easy to take out some people with African spirituality or with spiritual spells, and it's difficult to take out some people? This is a topic that many people have not talked about yet. This is what I want to talk about on this video. In my own research and study of this very thing, because me too, I have my own enemies, and people have also tried to take me out on this channel too. People have hate me on this channel. They want to see me gone. People I talk have experienced all these kind of things. Why does it not work? I am come to realize that the more physical capacity somebody has in the real life, somebody's having in the physical world, the more prosperity, the more wealth they have, the more influence they have, the more difficult it is for them to be taken out spiritually. There is something that is kind of correlates with their physical capacity or their material possession that they have in the physical world to their own spiritual protection or possessions that they have. It's a two-way street. Somebody that is physically powerful is also spiritually powerful, whether you like it or not. For you to have that large access to amount of wealth and resources in the physical world, before you even have that in the physical world, you have already have it in the spirit world. So it's very difficult for you to say you want to do one or two spells to take such a person out. It is very difficult. If it is easy, a lot of these presidents that you see, many people would have done things to take them out. Okay? You think people don't do spells on popular people every day? People do spells on them every day. Okay? There are a lot of people that hate the president, spiritual people, traditional people. Don't you think they pray, they do rituals for him to die? You think many people don't hate all these world leaders? You think people don't hate Donald Trump for all the things that they have? Do you think people don't curse him every day? But he's still there waxing strong. I have noticed that doing spells on billionaires, most times when they do the spell, the people do not even know if you are doing anything against them, because they have a lot of spiritual energy to protect them from the effect of those spells. They have a lot. They will not even know something hits them because their spiritual capacity is very, very strong. Okay, what do? You want to do a spell to bring him down, to bring his finances down. He said, billionaire, if you do spell, he has 500 houses. You do spell, you only burn one house. He will not even know something is missing. He has so many cars. You want to drop down his engine. You drop this engine, he will not even know. It's just normal for him. He will take the next one. He will not even know that anything is happened to him. Truth. They won't even know. Okay, you want to make him sick. He has access to the best doctors around him. He's on optimal health. It's very difficult for you to bring such a person down. Even if you're doing the spell every day, you try to ship at him to reduce his value, to reduce his wealth. You have to be doing this every day or constantly, and it will not even get to where he is. It is you that will wear yourself out at the end of the day, because he has a lot of spiritual and physical capacity to wage all these things, or to wage the negativity you are sending towards him. I have noticed this thing, that people that are very wealthy, that are in high positions of power, it's very difficult for you to do spell to bring them down, because they are already spiritually protected by the energy that they control. Whether you like it or not, this is a fact. That's why you see many presidents that are doing evil things in power. Nobody can bring them down. They will be there until they, based on the laws of the land, they will have to leave that position. And sometimes they will even, when it's time for them to leave power, they will refuse to leave power, and they will still hold on to the power, and they'll still be there. This is the way it is, whether you like it or not. So not every spell, time you do a spell, will work. The only kind of spell that will work on this kind of people, if it is done by somebody that is very, very close to them, somebody that has direct physical access to them. If such a person, maybe the wife, the brother, the sister, somebody that is inside that immediate family, does that spell, it will work on them, because they have that close. They are also in the same realm of that very realm that they are in. They have access to it. So they have the same influence inside that realm. Only such a person can really hurt them. But if somebody outside that circle, that inner circle, does anything against that person, it will not work. It will be very, very difficult to work. For you to bring such a person down, you're going to take an army of spiritualists, or the spell will have to be very, very heavy. For you to say you want to bring such a person down spiritually, it will be very, very difficult to bring such a person down. So once again, wealth is power. The more physical wealth you have, the more spiritual power you also have as well. This is just the way it is. In my research, in my studies, I have come across people that are billionaires, people in high places. It's very difficult to get access to them, except somebody that is doing that thing is really, really close to them. That is the only way you can get such people. And another thing that also protects these people, when a baneful spell is done, this is number two. I've talked about number one. Material wealth also correlates to spiritual protection. This is number one, why spells fail. Okay? I have seen this. I have done with cases with these people, bring these kind of cases. I have experienced in the real life. Very wealthy people, it's hard to touch them. Okay? It's just the way it is. Number two, the kind of life that the person lives matters. There are some people that they're living a kind of, I would say, positive life. They have very minimal social vices. The person is not a drunkard, it's not a drug addict. He doesn't hurt people, doesn't go out of his way to oppress people, to do evil to people, to sleep with people's wife, to do bad things, to cause pain to people. And they also are also wealthy too. They're living a good life. They are living a principles, moralistic life. This kind of people, it's also hard to bring them down. When you do something like a baneful spell against such a person, normally the spell will go into the heater. We try to find the darkest aspect of that person to attach itself to manifest itself. When it comes out, it looks like there's no negative energy around the person that it can attach itself to do its work. It will look for any individual around that person that have negative energy. Anybody that is wicked, a fake friend, a psychopath, anybody that have negative disposition around him, the spell will focus on that person. Then we try to manipulate that person to bring down the targets. Now, if this person is upright now, he's not doing bad things to attract negative energy to him. You do a spell against such person, it will not work. It will be very difficult. Because the person is not, what is this, the evil spirit want to attach to? Nothing. The person is clean. It doesn't do any social thing that you say, okay, we're going to use the drug addiction to hook him. Or we're going to use his womanizing character to tie him down or to get him. We're going to send the evil person to him that we from there. Nothing to attach itself to. So it will just be there hovering. When it hovers, it does nothing to attach. It will look for the most negative person around him. That's why sometimes you don't need to have bad. If you have some evil friends, when any bad thing comes, it's those ones that they will use to want to bring you down. You're just surprised that the person is like remotely controlled. We start draining you. We start to create drama that will affect your life. When you have somebody always creating drama around you, telling lies, doing things, you just know that they are using this person to want to get to you. And if you are somebody that knows who you are, you don't break people's law, you don't break the law of the land, you don't do abominable things. No negative energy will have any power to want to do anything against you. Even that person, they will say you are naturally protected by the ancestors. Why are some people naturally protected? Because they don't offend other people. There are some things you will do that will open gateways of evil into your life that will bring you down. For instance, when somebody does something, somebody that sleep with people's wife, it brings negativity into the life of that person. You will find out that when you keep doing this, your business will start falling down. Bad things will be happening to you. Children start getting sick. Problems will start coming to your life. All these kind of things will open gateways for evil. When somebody does a spell, it's easy for that spell to get to you. When you oppress people, you take people's money, you deceive people, you lie to people, you're creating evil to bring down people. You're also opening an access door for the same evil to flow into your life to also bring you down too. If you are a principled person, it is really hard for spell to work for when somebody wants to do something evil against you. They will not see the kind of any reason to, when some people bring cases and say you want to hurt this person, and the person is a good person, most spiritualists will turn you down, that this person is a good person, we cannot do anything to him. Why? What is the reason? You just hate him naturally. What did he do to you? It did nothing to you. But you hate him, you just don't want to see him there. Because you don't like him, you want to kill him, or you want to take him out. He did nothing to you. He's not hurting anybody. It's hard to touch such people. So spell will not work on such a person. It will not work quite naturally. Okay, the ancestors or universe is protecting them on their own. They don't even need to do anything. You're doing the spell against them, they will not even know if you're doing anything. They're just living their life. They just believe that they are just there. So if you want to hurt such kind of people, you have to go extra mile to do that. And you have to get your hands real dirty to do that. So you expose yourself to more evils. Then number 3, the 3 reasons why spells don't work is as a result of what we call a destiny and fates. Fate and destiny plays a role, whether you like it or not. There are some people that they are destined to do certain things in life. It is their destiny, their journey. When they are in that place of journeying through life, anything that wants to hinder that journey will not affect them. Maybe this person is destined to be successful. He was born into a house of a blue-blooded family or a silver spoon family, or is just naturally wealthy, or is naturally talented, and is really living life based on that field. Now somebody is doing spell to want to take him out because they don't like him. It will not work because the person is fulfilling his life destiny. I give an example of somebody like Mike Tyson. That everybody know Mike Tyson. He was destined to be a boxer. He was one of the best. Muhammad Ali. Now, if you say you want to do spell to fight him, to do spell to so that you will win him, it's going to be very difficult because that person is destined to be in that field. So, how many spell you want to do to overcome this guy? He's already in his field. He's in his spell of influence. He's manifesting his true calling. So you doing a spell to say, okay, I want to get him down, or I want to win him in this fight, or I don't want him to be in this field. And everybody knows that this person is a legend in that field. You can't bring him down no matter what you do. If you keep doing the thing, whatever you are doing will backfire to you because that person is already answering his calling and you are not. Somebody that's a footballer like Messi or Maradona, those kind of people that are fulfilling their destiny, you can't bring them down from that field, no matter how many spells you do. They have been able to discover who they are, and they are right where they are supposed to be. So the universe is protecting them. So you trying to do something to say you want to take such a person out, it will be easier for a camel to pass through a needle than for you to take such a person. There are people that when you see them in their field, you know that this person is born to do this. This person is born. This person is a born singer, a born musician. You can't just touch this person. You see somebody like Michael Jackson, who you want to do spell to say he cannot sing or something will affect his voice, or it's impossible. This is where you cannot do anything so to affect such people. You just leave them. This is one thing why spell does not work. There are another case again where spell do not work. This is number 4. Lack of knowledge. There are these people that are over-exerting yourself, whereby you see somebody come from an average family, but they dream of marrying a superstar or engaging in a relationship or dreaming of becoming a millionaire or a billionaire overnight. Then they do spell to want to become a billionaire. And they are not on the line of being a billionaire. This kind of things is hard. Many people, everybody, the dream of everybody is to be rich. But will everybody become rich in life? No. Once again, it's based down to faith. Not everybody will be rich. Not everybody is destined to be rich. Not everybody is destined to have a well-fulfilled life. Not everybody is destined to have everything that they want in this life. Whether you like it or not. Even if you come down and say, I distribute $1 million to everybody in the world today, I don't want to see any poor man. If you distribute that money by 8 o'clock in the morning, by 5 o'clock, you will still see poor people. Some people would have given their 1 million back to you that they don't need it. Some people would have given it away to total people. Some people would have squandered their own. This is how life is. Some people will not even know what to do with it. They will go and dig it in a hole. Some people that will die before the end of the day. So not everybody will achieve their dream in this life. There are some people that always come in Nigeria. Everybody will come when they see somebody spiritually. They want to become wealthy. Everything is not working. This is a Nigeria factor, okay? Everywhere in the world, not everybody will become rich. Why are people poor? Lack of knowledge. Some people, whether they have knowledge, they will still be poor. Not everybody. We can't save everybody. You can't save everybody. So, poverty can be by chance. It can be by mistake. It can also be by destiny. Doing a spell to get something can also be by faith. Most times we do spell in African spirituality in my research. It is not always 80%, 100% accurate. Why? Because there are factors that we influence it. Every reading, every spell casting, not every time it is 100% accurate because life happens. Even when you go to the hospital, okay, let's say science will tell you that we are accurate, people still die in the hospital. They are under the life support system, surrounded by the best doctors, everything is there, the person will still die. Life happens. It happens to all of us. This is how it is in the spell casting work. Okay, it happens the same thing. The person will try his best. Okay, I will try my best to see that this happens. I will try my best. You too, the receptor is also expected to try their best. Most of the time, you have an 80 to 90% accuracy, but it's not always 100% certainty. Sometimes it's 50%, sometimes it will not work. Reasons being that, for whatever reason, something has happened. Maybe what we are planning to do has already occurred. The situation we are trying to avert is already occurred, but we still try to do. It's already too late. Sometimes when the milk is already spilled, how are we going to do a spell so that the milk will not spill anymore? How do we know this? All these things happen in life. Life is like a chaos cesspool, but we still try our best to make sure that we achieve our results. It's not every time we get it 100% right. Anybody that tell you that he get it 100% right all the time is a liar. This is just the plain truth. In practical medicine, it's not 100% they get it right. Every field, you don't get it right 100% all the time. But if you are at the top level, 80%, 90%, you are doing fine. Even 70% of the time, you are doing fine. Same thing in school. If a student is above 70% all the time, the student is almost an A student now. A plus student, B plus student is an okay student. None of us get it right in life all the time. It's impossible to see anybody that we say they get it everything in life 100%. But if you are above that 70, 80%, you are doing very, very fine. I will assure you. Even 50%, you are trying. In a place like Nigeria, where we are living in total chaos, if you are even up to meet 50% of your target rates, you are doing very fine in Nigeria. People will say you try because we know where we come from. Okay? So we need to be realistic about all these things. This is how life is. We always try to do the best, but not every time that things happen. Sometimes you get results. When we get results, we celebrate. Sometimes it doesn't hit the mark. We have to talk about what went wrong. Where did I go wrong? Why did this not happen? We have to talk about all this, reflect on it so that we can get better results next time. We learn from the process. It's a learning curve. As we learn, we grow. So that next time when we meet the same situation, we will try to do better. This is how the whole thing is. So I will just tell you the truth. So there are reasons why spell sometimes fails. It fails for some reasons. Some reasons people go beyond their expectation. Somebody that is not in your league, you say you want to date that person. It's really, really hard to say you want to date her. You want to do a law spell to catch a very big person. The person doesn't even know you exist. The person doesn't even think, it's very hard to do that kind of thing. It's very, very hard. But some people tell you that we do it for whatever reason. But spells have to go with common sense and realistic things to make it work. Casting spells of manifestation have to deal with the down-to-earth reality. This thing that I really want, do I have the capacity, or have I been able to create an enabling environment to attract these things into my life? If I don't have that environment, but I am praying or casting spells for these things, your chance of failing is very, very high in this regards. Before you say you want to do prosperity spell, what kind of business are you doing? You want big money? Are you really doing big money business? If you're not doing big money business, you don't have any kind of contract, or you don't have any leeway, nobody know you in the industry you are into, you don't even have experience in the business, it is very, very difficult for you to succeed, except you just think, okay, gamble. A lot of people will come to say, okay, I want to become a millionaire. Give me numbers to play gamble, to play a Naira bet or bet Nigeria. I want to bet on the soccer to become a billionaire. Some people say they do those kind. Me, I don't do those kind of things. I don't believe in that kind of thing. If I have any means to become a billionaire, don't you think I would have been a billionaire first before anybody? This is what you should be thinking about. Okay? What I will give you, the odds are realistic odds based on your living situation, based on how I see where you are doing in life, how well you are doing in life. So once again, planning comes to everything. Careful planning comes to everything we are doing. So we need to be realistic. You cannot be doing 2 Naira business and expecting windfall of hundreds of millions. It go hard. You cannot be living in a ghetto and you want to date people living in Beverly Hills. You go need to enter Beverly Hills first, or you go to stay near Beverly Hills, small, or you go to go where those kind of people they go before you go fit mix them. Now this is more realistic. Now when you are in this level now that you back on with your spell work, you have a high chance of achieving success, not dreaming of success. That's why I see the thing. They say na brain I be just man. All this matters why spells fail. Now you see many people in Nigeria, when people contact me, I will not lie, and everybody always complain. According to Peter Doshi, nobody goes to the oracle when they are doing to ask why are they doing well in life. Nobody will come oracle to go ask why am I doing so well in life. Nobody does that. Only people that come are having problem. Oh, I cannot meet up. I need more money. I need this. Problem. If you are having all this problem, I tell the people this is a Nigerian factor. It go hard us for this country. Everybody they get problem. Our government is fighting against us. Religion, they want corner. Kidnappers, they want corner. Nepal, they want corner. Job, not the country. The country in their own a problem. So, which spell you want to escape Nigeria? Only spell where you go do now is okay, go abroad. You go abroad. How you want to escape Nigeria? It hard. Even with people who get money safe, they still they complain. People who get money, they still they complain. Then you will not gonna get the one where they pray for never better. Now the one where they swear for now won't come better. Not be today with the year this thing. Now Nigerian factor they do you, my brother. It they happen everywhere. Nigerian factor with a back generator we can't do. You don't see wahala. If we tell you the kind of things where we take the meet up, what we they do to the meet up for this country. Many people for abroad now go say na heaven on a day. We not go fit talk. Not be everything we want to see for bush. They talk. If you know how we take the battle for this country, they get our clear. If you know what people they do, you're not gonna blame most things where they happen, but that the kind of country we'll find ourselves. So if you're living in Nigeria and you're dreaming big, you have to be realistic of all these factors. And if you're practicing African spirituality, you also have to be realistic. Yes, spell casting works. It works with reason. There are different kinds of spells that are there. We have transmutation spell. We have manifestation spell. We have spells of healing. We have different kinds of spell. We go into a topic on that on its own. But most times people talk about manifestation. They want to change a particular situation. They want to be better in life. They want to be successful. They want to be happy. They want to be protected or something happened to them. They want to do some painful spells. Now, there are some things that go and some things that don't go. What you need to know, it's not 100% accurate every time. But if you have an 80-90% success rate, even 70% success rate, you get them. It's good like that. You should accept the results. There are sometimes people pray for some things. Due to destiny or faith, that thing, maybe they are destined not to ever get that thing. And they really want to get it. You try once, you try 3-4 times, you're not getting it. Maybe you should quit and try something else. It's not for you. If you're doing something that is giving you difficulty getting that thing, maybe that thing you are pursuing is not necessarily for you. You should pull back from it. There are some people that we say they want a particular human being in their life. For 2 years, they have been trying to get this particular human being. and it's not working. The person is not. They have done so many things. Maybe that person may not be for you. You should ask yourself this question: is there another alternative, or why is this not working? This kind of things happen. Maybe I need to recalibrate my approach to the issue. Stuff like this happen. Okay. But what you need to know is that if life is based on your own personal experience, if you have tried everything reasonable for a particular outcome and it's not working, maybe the universe or your ancestors don't want you to be in that particular situation, you might try something else. Maybe it will work for you. Sometimes me myself, I've tried to do some particular thing. It didn't work out there. Sometimes I say I want to go to a particular, I tried everything. I'm not supposed to go there. Even me myself know that I'm not supposed to go there, but I want to bend the laws of physics. Sometimes we bend it and we go. Mind bending things, so we do it sometimes. You try, when you try to test your limitations. You see that this thing maybe is not part of my destiny line. You stay where you are. In my own experience in life, I've come to realize that my own life is a journey. I find myself at different points in time to learn certain results and to face certain challenges, and then I move on. When it's time for me to move on, the universe will show me the next point to go, and I go there naturally. So I don't really struggle for things. There was time I've been to different countries. When it's time for me to leave a particular country, I will see the sign that it's time for me to leave here. I will leave to the next place, and when it's time for me to move, I move. Right now, it's time for me to be here in Nigeria. And I am here doing the work. Everything is going exactly fair and okay for me, due to the fact that at this present time in space, I am supposed to be here. So I will say everything is working for me fine, even if there's a lot of difficulty in the country. Things are going bad, but everything is working fine because I am destined to be here. I am destined to be in this spot at this very time to do certain things, pass certain message, learn certain lessons. When it's time for me to move, I know that I will move again. I've already seen that I will not be here for maybe the next 2 years. I will not be in this country. I already know that when it's time for me to go to a new place, the gate of that place will open and I will move naturally to that very new place. This is how it has always been for me. So I don't struggle for things too much. If I try something 1, 2, 3 times, it does not work, I leave it and I go to the next project. If I meant to get that thing, I will actually get that thing. Okay? We have seen this happen time and time again. So I've known that there are certain things that will occur naturally in my life that I just cannot control. I just go with the flow. Now, I've done a lot of spells for people. I cannot count spells that I have done for people. There are spells that we do for somebody, it will work for them. 2, 3 people, it will work. There are somebody that will come, I will do that the same thing for the person. It will not work for that person. This is life. For whatever reason, it will not happen the same way it happened for this person. And they do exactly the same thing. Go through the same prayer, the same offering, the same everything. It worked for this one. It not work for the. Why? These are the reasons. It can be due to maybe this person is not supposed to receive that thing. It's not supposed to be like this for that person. Whatever, so it might due to the living condition of that person. It might due to be that maybe the thing this person we are doing is has already happened. It's already too late before we approach the issue. It can be due to a multitude of factors. This is how life is. It happens in every situation. It happens in anywhere, in any aspect of life. This happens. This is life. So we have to account for this probability. We account for it. So we say 80%, 90% ratio probability must be accounted for. This is mathematics. Nobody is God to say they get it 100% right all the time. It's not possible. So we must be practical, logical about the situation. Many spiritualists, they will not say this kind of thing. They will not say it like this, but things like this happen in life. So you must account for it. You must give a margin of error. You must give a margin of factors affecting, influencing the process. It can be to the exchange of acts, even within the person. There are sometimes some people will do something that we say they want to undo what they have already done. It can be anything, but anything can happen. But let's just hope that we get the outcome that we are looking for. All these are factors that affect spell casting. Okay, so the life is the way it is. So I've come to realize that the more somebody have material capacity, the more difficult that for things to happen to them. This is very true. If not, it would be easy to a lot of these big people in town that you see them billionaires. I mean, while they're striving, many bad people they're doing a lot of things there. They are living well. So one thing that will protect you, try to amass physical capacity, financial capacity is very, very good. Money is power. Wealth is power. It's spiritual power. It is also physical power. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So get it. Try to get it. I have come to realize this again and again. It is a giving. Okay. So this is my conclusion on this subject today. I will also like to know about your experiences. If you are a practitioner, I would like to know your experience, because this is my own observation about this particular thing. I've been waiting for people to talk about it. I'm not seeing anybody talk about it, so I say I should talk about it today. Questions and comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. By all means, share the channel so that the channel can grow and people can be enlightened. And of course, if you have not gotten any of my books, this is the chance again. As you know, we are approaching the end of the year, where they do the exchange of gifts. This is a very good book. This book I wrote on plasma physics is all my crowning achievements. In this book, I talk about plasma ring, which is the spirit ring, which is the fourth state of matter. In science, they will say we have what they call matter. Matter is anything that have weight and occupy space. And tell you matter have three states: solid, liquid, gas. But there's a fourth state they call plasma. This plasma, they don't talk about it much. Why do they not talk about it? Because they know that there's something they don't want you to know about it. That it proves the existence of a spirit world, a world of immaterial energy, of intelligence, the things we call deities, ancestors, ghosts, all those things. So they're there in the plasma ring, and you can access it. In the book, I talk about how ancient Africans have been accessing this plasma ring, the techniques they use. I talk about the most powerful plasma generator we have, which is the sun that you see here. And now ancient men have been able to uncover the secret of this sun, and they have been able to make their own miniature plasma and thermonuclear plasma fusion generators that they call so-called nuclear reactors, plasma capacitors. These are things that have been designed to generate energy to open gateway into the plasma ring. In that plasma ring, we have access to unlimited energy. That is where we are going to get the energy that we will use for future space exploration. So this is talking about the future, how you two need to know about it and start preparing your mind, because we are going to be space explorers in the future, whether you like it or not. Now everybody is talking about going to space. Elon Musk and Virgin Atlantic, SpaceX. It is the plasma ring that they are looking into. So it doesn't make sense that you, say you practice Africans, you don't know about this plasma ring. You need to get this book. This book is the first of its kind in Africa, talking about this in simple words, written by me. Original, powerful book. As many people that read this book, they are so happy. It opens their eyes to a brave new world. You need to read this book. Get it for Christmas gift. If you have a child that is a nerd, or somebody that is always arguing, those people that they argue to low, they don't know anything, but they think they buy the book, give them as a Christmas gift. Make them know it in day. Open their eyes. We'll talk about real science and spirituality in action. Now, yeah, it did. So it's here waiting. This book came out this year. My crowning achievement. I'm very proud of it. Okay, I've done something that I know. Say yes, I tried for this one. Get them. You need to know what is inside. If not, you are missing out. If you want to get the whole origin of the trilogy, quantum physics is here. Quantum physics talks about the visible and invisible particles. From the quantum ring, you go into the plasma ring. So get these two so that you will get the complete knowledge of the gist. From here, I talked about time and space travel. I talked about wormhole, black hole, negative space. I talked about Gargoyle, Grand Unifying God Almighty theory. I talked about origin of the Christian religion. I talked about melanin. I break everything down for you to understand everything easy in simple English where science and spirituality come together. So these two, please get it. If you never get it yet, you never upgrade your body of knowledge. Not beside the brag, but I beg. No waiting day, know your way, not because. This one, walking in the shadow of the gods, over 200 spells a year for different aspects of life, for prosperity, for health, for love, for many things, many spells. We teach you how to do African spells. It will expose you to spell casting 101. Powerful book. Still get it. Relevance. This one, how to make contact with African deities, whispers of amenity, pathways to ascension. This one, I talked about major African deities, Kemetic deities, West African deities, how their orientation, the purpose for which they are here, the role they play in the advancement of humanity, in guiding humanity. They just here, you need to just know them. With this book, you don't need any middleman in African spirituality. You just need to read the book and connect. Very powerful book. Many people have read this book and they love it. Tell them that this book exposed me to so many things about African spirituality, deepened my understanding, transcended time and space. Balance your scale before you live this life, okay? Now, what you don't know, now your mates, they pass you. So please get knowledge. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. So it's better you know this knowledge, you don't need it. Then say you need it, you don't know it. When it happens, you've got to run up and down like headless chicken. It's not good. So please invest in knowledge. Support me. Support African spirituality. And help our next future generation. Our children, if you know that it's too late for you, at least for your children's sake, give them the knowledge that you never have. What we learn late, give them early, so that they have a better chance of going further in life than us. These are the things religion have been hiding from us. These are the things Christianity have been hiding. These are the things they hide from our history. Hide all this knowledge from us. I'm bringing all this knowledge now so that we can become empowered, we can become enlightened, we can become where we need to be so that people will be respecting us once again. Our children will be proud of us, will be proud to be Africans, not be ashamed of Africa. Religion will have no place. So please invest in knowledge, support African spirituality, support the movements. It's time for knowledge, not time to go and be shouting on the street, mashing. No. Time for settle down, read and think. Not all those one, we don't mash tire. Black Lives Matter, all those one we don't do and tire. It not carry us go anywhere. We need to try a new approach. We need to go into the plasma realm and the quantum realm. Then we need to readjust and recalibrate things inside that place. Then we come back again. Now then, this is where time they talk now. So people are accessing this realm every day. You they look at people, they access them every day. So it's left for you to make the choice. So I'll still be here waiting for you. I hope I don't wait too long. If you want to also learn African spirituality, I teach it. I have a 6-month program where I teach it from the history to the metaphysics to the science to the hardcore spirituality. You can see, join me on that journey. Within 6 months, you'll be a master of the program. You will learn so many things. It will increase your capacity. It will help you to grow and understand so many things happen in life. You can register for that program. If you also want to buy your spiritual items like your soap, your perfumes, your meditation beads, your native shock, your cowries, all the things we use in African spirituality, I sell them. I have a website, River of Knowledge. You can go there, click. You can also contact me on that channel. If you want to do your Oracle Tarot readings, you can contact me. Anything about African spirituality, knowledge, you can contact me. So, apart from that, I thank you very much. And of course, I'll be seeing you all in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace. One love.